Thank you for joining us for Featured Employer Friday. Today we are featuring Alliance Theater, and we have Robert Heinzman from the Education Department. My name is Nicole. I'm with Career Development. I am the Employer Relations Manager. We started offering this this semester in lieu of career fairs, giving everybody an opportunity to ask questions and get to know organizations that are local to Atlanta. So, Robert, if you could just introduce yourself and tell us what you do at Alliance Theater and how long you've been there, that would be great.
Yeah, hi everyone. I am Robert Heinzman. I am the camp and class administrative manager at Alliance Theater. I've been there and on staff since 2018. I was a teaching artist there and an actor there since 2016. But yeah, it's been a part of I moved here in 2014, so it's been a part of my Atlanta journey most of the time.
Where were you before Atlanta?
I'm from a little place called Glencoe, Alabama, and then I went to school at Birmingham Southern, which they call the Oglethorpe of Alabama. It's like the same size. We compete each other in sports all the time. Then I moved here. I graduated in 2014.
Okay. Well, great. We're so excited to have you here. And we did want to just, ask you some questions about Alliance Theater, how Alliance Theater is doing during this time in the pandemic. Can you just tell us about Alliance Theater as an organization and how it fits into like the Woodruff Arts Center?
Yeah, so we are a nonprofit regional theater producing musicals and plays. We are one of the largest in the Southeast. We won a Tony Award, I think back in 2007 for regional theater. So we are a part of the conglomerate that is Woodruff Arts Center. I'm so sorry if you hear my dog talking with me, he's my co-host. So we are a part of the High Museum and the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. So we're the third member altogether. As all arts organizations are currently struggling, we are as well with COVID-19 restrictions. We can't gather, and that's what theater is all about, is gathering in a space and having a emotional journey together as a big crowd. So we can't do that, but we have pivoted to a virtual switch across the board at Alliance Theater. We are producing 2 shows this holiday season. So A Very Terry Christmas, which Terry Burrell, which is Atlanta theater royalty. She was one of the original Dream Girls. She has been traveling across Atlanta with a film crew and a band, and she is singing all the holiday classics and favorites at all these important Atlanta spots, such as like Little 5 Points, the Fern Bank. I think she was in that. Yeah, she was in the tunnel in the aquarium. So, and it's going to be all ticketed and produced on the web. And then what's really exciting is we're doing a Christmas Carol this year, which we always do every year. It's been over 25 years. And we are producing it as a drive-in experience in Summerhill. So you can pay for a car full of your family, and there's going to be lots of like holiday treats and all these great things. And you pull into this, and there's going to be live actors on stage as well as a Foley artist. If you're not familiar with what a Foley artist is, they make all the sound effects for radio shows. And all of it's going to be broadcast through your radio.
Wow, that is super cool.
Yeah, so I mean, the team's been really innovative on how to navigate.
Yeah. And then tell us in the education department how you guys have pivoted.
Yeah, so we pivoted back in March. It was a very fast pivot. Chris Moses is our fearless leader. He's our education director. He said, act now, think later. So we kind of just flipped and then figured it out as we were doing it. So all of our classes have went virtual. And we have classes in voiceover and film acting and stage acting and playwriting and screenwriting across everything you can think about we have. And we flipped in March, and then we have a very extensive summer camp program. We usually serve anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500 students in the Atlanta area every summer. And we flipped that to virtual as well. So for 11 weeks this summer, we extended our reach to over 26 states. So students from all over the country have been joining our summer camp this summer. So it's a really special program online. where you work on Zoom for a few hours, go off and work on your own thing, come back, go off and come back, and then produce a Zoom performance on that final Friday for your family and friends to come watch. Ages 3-year-old all the way to seniors in high school this summer. And then also we've had our weekend classes for our younger students, and then our adult programs have been going on almost every day since March. There hasn't been hardly a day where we've stopped with our classes.
That's incredible. And how has it been for the student experience? I mean, obviously it's not the same, but I mean, are they able to remain engaged? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for the students, the way that we worked and developed what they would be on screen, because you can't put a first grader in front of a screen for 8 hours a day. It would just be, their brain would melt by 11 a.m. So with the really fine-tuned equation of how much time is spent on screen versus how much time you're working with your hands or learning choreography or up and about. And it was a really great tool for parents to have this summer, because most of them are going to virtual school in August. So it gave them a chance to try out what virtual learning would look like, with a lot more fun. Instead of doing math, you're singing Hairspray. So it kind of eased the waters a little bit. And we found that students were extremely engaged. Some students, especially the coolest thing we learned is that some students that have different learning styles. So for instance, if they get anxious in a classroom, or if it's hard to communicate face to face, we found that they really excelled in this virtual world because they got to do it on their own pace. If they wanted to turn off their screen and exit away for a little bit to take some time for themselves, that was available. If they wanted to put on pajamas and go on the screen, that was available. So we met the students where they were, because we were all, we still are, and we're all experiencing national trauma. So we had often had students who might have needed to take a nap, and we were like, absolutely, go for it. So I think this is a really special tool to engage students, because we can meet them where they are instead of those classroom expectations that are set in person classes. And as for adults, our voiceover classes and our film classes have translated so well over Zoom, because voiceover work is all being done from your home. You're setting up closet studios because we can't be in person anymore. So it's really a great way. And in the same way that they say, study where you take the test, or wear the same clothes you study in to take the test, so that you're in that comfort zone. That's what's happening in these classes as well. And same with film work. All the major studios and casting directors in Atlanta are requiring self-tapes. There's no in-person auditions currently. So you're getting to really understand how to do that from, your desk with your ring instead of going into a studio.
That's amazing that you guys have been able to offer programming and that people have been signing up continuously through COVID. I think that's really great, which means that you guys probably do need some volunteers and some help and some interns over the summer. So can you tell us a little bit about the internships that are offered in the education department?
Yeah, so we do have lots and lots of opportunities, especially in the summer for our summer camps. For our internship that work in the classroom. We're calling it this year, we developed a whole new program. It's going to be teaching artist training program. So we're going to be training future teaching artists to employ down the road or to send off into the field, because teaching artists are needed across the country at regional theaters and schools.
And can you define what a teaching artist is for those who may know what it is?
Of course. So a teaching artist is an artist working in their craft. So that is actors or stage managers or directors or scenic designers that are teaching their craft to our students at ages 3 to seniors in high school. And we have teachers who have been educators in the past in K through 12 schools that have wanted to switch to more contract-based work. And so they work with theaters across the state and the country, teaching theater, musical theater, dance with us at Alliance Theater. And so with this program, you would work either 5 weeks of the summer or the full 2 weeks of the summer. It is a paid position with us, the Teaching Artist Training Program. And you would work either in person, which we're hoping for, all the fingers and toes crossed in the world, for in-person camp this year, as well as virtual. So if you are, say if you're going to Oglethorpe, but you live in California, you can still work for the Alliance Theater through our virtual classes and camps as a teaching artist training program and a teaching artist training program. So you'd be paired with one of our veteran teaching artists in the classroom, either Zoom or in person. And you'd have workshops throughout the week that we provide, as well as coffee chats with Alliance Theater artistic and education staff to pick brains and figure out where you want to go on your path as you grow as an artist. And then you'll be in the classroom with the students throughout the day, helping direct, helping stage manage, helping music direct, helping choreograph with your teacher you are paired with throughout the summer. And so this summer, it'll be 10 weeks of summer camp. We start first week of June, I think. And then we go, first week of June all the way to the first week of August. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 9 to 4.
Great. And when do applications open for this teaching artist in training?
They will be open at the end of this month, and we'll start reaching out for interviews in January.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's open to any experience, because this is for entry level applicants who are looking to find more information on teaching artistry, how to work in the theaters, because a lot of us just want to be actors and work on the stage, but there's so many different facets behind the scenes that you can be a part of to help produce theater here in Atlanta.
That's great. And is the requirement that they have to be graduating seniors?
No, we can have any level of college students with us in the program. Graduating college seniors, if you are interested, you can apply to be a teaching artist if you have the proper experience of working with students in the past, a passion for theater, a passion for music, and you can apply to be a teaching artist as well. And those applications are already open, and we are actively seeking new teaching artists because we are expanding our programming virtual and in person. So we need lots of help.
That's incredible. Well, I'm so glad that this is a paid opportunity. I'm sure our students would be very interested. And what is the difference between a teaching artist in training and the internships that you normally offer?
So yeah, we also have 2 other internships at the Alliance Theater on top of the teaching artist training program. So that's solely with the education department working with our camps. And then it's a learning experience with workshops and networking throughout the summer as well. And that's for in-person and virtual. We also have the Kenny Leon internship, which is year-round. So that's for graduating seniors and people and students who have already graduated. It's for artists of color who are looking to break into the artistic side of things. You'll be working closely with directors, closely with stage managers, closely with the producing team throughout the year, producing the theater at the Alliance Theater. Kenny Leon, you've probably heard of him. He's directed so many incredible things. The live Hairspray on, I forget, was it NBC, the live Wiz on NBC. He's directed plenty of Broadway shows. He was the artistic director before our current artistic director, Susan Booth. And he set up this internship with us, and it's year-round, as well as the literary internship, which is also year-round. You're working with the literary department. So you're reading new plays, you're doing write-ups for the playbill. You are being a dramaturg. A dramaturg is who researches all of the important things that actors and production staff need to know about the show to make sure that we are accurately portraying the story. So you're working with those departments throughout the year. And those 2 are both paid internships as well.
That's awesome. Stephanie asks, is this in conjunction with True Colors Theater?
No, so True Colors was Kenny's next venture after the Alliance Theater. So it's not in conjunction with True Colors. This is the Kenny Leon intern at the Alliance will be working with the Alliance Theater throughout the year. Oh,
very cool. No problem. And I wanted to know, just from your point of view, since you are overseeing classes and camps, what are some qualities or qualifications or characteristics that you look for when you're hiring a teaching artist in training or an intern?
Yeah, lots of things. Primarily, you have to like kiddos. You're working with 3-year-olds all the way to seniors in high school. Depending on what your interest is, we will place you what you think you might fit best. But you have to have a passion for teaching kids and just being around that energy. Camp can be the most chaotic fun you'll ever have. We'll be singing and dancing all day long. Energy, as much energy as you can bring to the table, the better. Because especially right now in this time where this national trauma is surrounding us, these kids need this artistic outlet to let themselves escape and be free and create and spark joy. And so the more energy you can bring to the table to help them do that, the better, because they'll feed off that energy. The more fun you're having, the more fun they'll have. Any teaching experience or camp experience? I was a camp counselor in high school. So if you have any camp counseling experience, teaching experience would be incredible, as well as any experience in the field of theater, music, or dance. I know Oglethorpe has a great theater department, so any theater students at Oglethorpe that are looking for some summer work can come hang out with us. Besides that, that's about mostly what we're looking for our training program. But in the training program, it's just an invaluable experience, because especially if you are looking to be an actor or performer in Atlanta, all of our teaching artists are film actors or voiceover actors or theater actors in Atlanta. So it's just an invaluable networking experience, and we all become a tight-knit family throughout the summer, and you create lasting relationships that last months and years after camp finishes.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about, because I was part of the Alliance Theater Education family and I loved being there. Can you just tell us or describe to us what the work culture is like?
Yes, lots of fun, lots of screaming, lots of yelling in the office, and we're all creatives. So we're all artists in past lives, and we still are artists because we're producing and creating art every day with our students. We have lots of different sections of our company, of the education department. So we have in-school programming if you're interested as being a teacher. You'd be going into schools and working with teachers in the classroom to help integrate the arts into their class curriculum. For instance, one of my favorite programs we do is the Historical Heroes program, where they do monologues. You learn about the art of doing a monologue and dressing up in costume as past historical figures. So a fourth grader being Harriet Tubman and giving a monologue and living her life for the day. It's a really great, fun way to learn. And then we have our Little Bitties program. So Olivia Bosworth is the mastermind behind that. Our TVY program, where it's theater for the very young. So theater for 0-year-old, like fresh little babes, all the way to 5 years old, experiencing theater in their way. So you're not sitting down, you're not being hushed. You can get up on stage with the actors and feel and taste and smell and really experience theater in this way. And this goes all the way to seniors in high school, through all of our class training, our collision project with the teens, and our teen ensemble, as well as all of our adult programs as well, our adult training programs. So it's a bunch of wild, loud creatives just working really hard and doing a lot of different programs throughout the year. I've worked many places in the arts, and it's by far, I think you can agree, Nicole, it's the most fun and lax, yet really hardworking, exciting place.
Right. So fun. And there's no excuse for you to not spend your whole life there, especially offering programming from 0 to 100 years old. So Alliance Theater's definitely got a piece of my heart. And so I just also wanted to know, are there any things or shows or exciting, Netflix shows that might be coming for us to look forward to?
So the Alliance Theater has a long history of producing new shows that then go on to Broadway and more. So shows like Aida, The Color Purple, Bring It On, the musical by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is of Hamilton fame. We've done Tuck Everlasting, and then most recently, The Prom. The prom was with us in 2016, I think, or 17. And then it went off to Broadway to have a great run. And then now Ryan Murphy is producing the movie version. I think it comes out December 5th, so soon.
Yes.
All theater nerds across the country will rejoice when it comes out because it is so much fun. And it's starring Nicole Kidman, Meryl Streep, which is like, that pairing is
Right.
your kids.
Chills. I'm getting chills. Just
yeah, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you watch the prom and you enjoy it, that's the kind of work we're doing at the Alliance Theater. And if you want to be a part of it, we're in your backyard at Oglethorpe. We're just in Midtown, just down the road, right at the Woodruff Arts Center.
well, thank you so much, Robert, for taking the time to chat with us about Alliance Theater and all the stuff that Education Department offers. We will have this recording available for our students to learn more about the application process. Do you have any last parting words for our Oglethorpe friends before you go? Do you have any advice or anything that you'd like to tell us?
Yeah, I think you're in an incredible city right now in Oglethorpe. I mean, film is exploding, theater is exploding all around us here in Atlanta. Right now, yes, we're in a pause, but before this, it was exploding and it's going to continue when we all come back. So take advantage, even if you're in school. I know when I was at Birmingham Southern, we had that gated community. I tended to just stay in my gates, spread out, go experience all of these incredible experiences happening around you right now at this time. Go be an extra on set, take a class, go to the Alliance Theater, see a show, and be an intern and get those valuable experiences while you are here in Atlanta, because it is happening all around us. Atlanta is such a vibrant art city and it's just getting better by the day. And if you are interested in classes, we do offer classes at the Alliance Theater for adults, and all Oglethorpe students will receive 20% off registration if you want to come. We do voiceover, playwriting, screenwriting, film acting, and stage acting. So if you're interested, I'm sure Nicole will give my email and phone number and you can reach out to me and we'll get you all set up.
Yep, will do. Well, thank you so much, Robert.
Yeah, thank you, Nicole. It was so good to see you.